Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over a premium medium database question that I just solved on my own. So I'm really happy about this and I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance. So let me show you how I did it. This one is called election results number 2820. So basically we want to find the candidates that had the most number of votes. Okay, but there's a caveat to it because some voters have a size of 0, some voters have a size of 3. So basically, you're dividing by 1 by how many voters, how many different people that voter has voted for. So Charles will be 3, Benjamin would be 1, for example. So Kathy would be 0. Okay, so and then we want to find the candidates, and we're going to say, for example, Charles voted for Christine, so that's 0.33 because Charles voted for 3 people. So hopefully that makes sense. Let's go ahead and first get the voters and see how many people they voted for. So let's call this, make a default dictive type list. Refresh the page. The return key doesn't work sometimes. So, okay. So for IV, it enumerates votes. Let's go through the voter because we're going to use that as the key. So we're going to append if it's not null. So let's say try length of votes candidates of I, because we know that null doesn't have a length. If that's the case, then we can go ahead and append the votes candidates of I. Okay, otherwise we just continue. So let's go ahead and print our dictionary to verify our work. So you can see Charles voted for 3 people. Kathy did not vote at all, so she's not a key in this dictionary. So now the task is to see for the candidates how many votes they have. So let's call this votes, or let's just call this tally, because basically we're going to go through all the candidates that were voted for. And again, we're going to try this to make sure that it's not null, because you can't vote for a null candidate. So let's do this again. If it's the case, then we can say tally v plus equals to, what are we doing? Well, we're doing the ratio, right? That, as we said, for example, if Charles, and that's 1/3, because the ratio is going to be 1 divided by length of votes voter of I, and that's inside of D, right? So we're going to add this ratio, and otherwise let's continue, and that's assuming that this cell is never going to be null. So let's go ahead and print tally. Cool. So you can see Ryan and Christine have the highest number of votes. So now let's just go ahead and get the biggest and update it. So it's just going to keep track of the biggest, and then we can go through this dictionary. And if the current value is equal to the biggest, then we can include that in our result. We can include that person, Ryan, Christine, in our result. And then we just want to sort that in alphabetical order. Okay, so let's append T, and then let's sort it and print answer. Cool, so that looks correct. So now we just have to create a data frame, make 1 column, and set it equal to answer, and then just return that data frame. So let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any help and solve it on my own. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.